In this video, we're going to solve systems of equations from context graphically. There's a lot of steps to these problems, so I strongly encourage you to have a piece of paper in addition to working on the screen on Delta Math. And thanks to Delta Math for providing some great examples that I can use to teach you this. So this first example on the screen says Layla is a high school basketball player. In a particular game, she made some 3-point shots and some 2-point shots. Layla scored a total of 24 points and made twice as many 3-point shots as 2-point shots. Graphically, solve a system of equations in order to determine the number of 3-point shots made, x, and the number of 2-point shots she made, y. All right, so let's start by writing down the variables. So x is the number of 2-point shots. Oops, x is the number of 3-point shots, and y is the number of 2-point shots. All right, so this lesson is called solving systems of equations. So that means that we need to somehow write two equations from this paragraph here. Let's see if we can write an equation that has to deal with the number of points she scored. So I don't know how many 3-point shots she made, and I don't know how many 2-point shots she made, but I do know that 3x is going to tell me how many points worth of 3-point shots she made, right? If she got 10 3-pointers, then that would be 30 points, because 10 times 3 is 30. Plus, I know that she made some 2-point shots. I don't know how many, but I know that they were 2 points each. And I know that the sum of these is equal to 24 because it told us that she scored a total of 24 points. So that's our first equation that we're going to graph here. They want us to graph it, but this does not have the y alone. So let's work to get the y alone. What's happening to the y right now? It's being multiplied by 2 and increased by 3x. So let's use inverse operations to work backwards. Let's get rid of this plus 3x by doing minus 3x to both sides. And we're going to end up with 2y equals negative 3x plus 24. Now we're going to divide everything by 2 because that's the opposite of multiplying by 2. And that's going to give us y equals negative 3/2 x plus 12. Right, because negative 3 divided by 2 is negative 3/2. And 24 divided by 2 is 12. So I'm going to graph this now on the coordinate plane that they provided to us. I have a y-intercept of 12 and a slope of down 3 and over 2. Slope of negative 3/2 means down 3 over 2. So that black line there represents all the possibilities that she could have made 24 points. Maybe she just made 8 3-pointers and no 2-pointers. Maybe she made 12 2-pointers and no 3-pointers, or probably somewhere in between, right? Now the second equation that we're going to write is going to come from the fact that it says she made twice as many 3-point shots as 2-point shots. So x should be equal to y, right? But that's not true. They said that she made twice as many 3-point shots as 2-point shots. So these two are not equal, right? She made twice as many 3-pointers as she did 2-pointers. So this number is twice as big as this number. If I put a 2 in front of this, this number's already bigger, right? So I need to put the 2 in front of the y here to balance things out. If I want those two to be equal to each other, well, this one's smaller. She didn't make that many 2-point shots. I need to double the number of 2-point shots for it to just be equal to the number of 3-point shots. So now let's graph this one, and all I need to do there is divide everything by 2, and we get y is equal to 1/2 x. So the y-intercept on that one is 0, and the slope is up 1 over 2. So hey, look at that. The two lines intersected right there, right where this is telling me no, no, no. The answer is x is 6 and y is 3. X is 6 and y is 3. Before I hit submit, let's check that. 6 3-pointers would be 18 points. 3 2-pointers would be 6 points, and those two do add up to 24. And those two numbers, the 6 is double the 3. So all the constraints they list in this problem, these numbers do match that. So let's submit that. Awesome. So this is a really tough problem. We should do another one because these are very tricky. There's a lot that could go wrong. There's a lot of mistakes we can make. There's a lot of details in the problems. All right. It says Olivia is preparing many gifts for a family holiday party. Each gift must either be wrapped with wrapping paper or prepared in a gift bag. Olivia can wrap a single gift in 3 minutes, and she can do a gift bag in 1.5 minutes. Olivia prepared a total of 14 gifts in 30 minutes. Graphically solve a system of equations in order to determine the number of gifts Olivia wrapped, x, and the number of gift bags she prepared, y. So first thing you want to do in these word problems is establish what x and y, or what the variables are. These are called let statements. So x is the number of gifts, and y is the number of bags. So when you do these problems, you always want to see if there's two separate facts that you can use to make two equations. So the first fact here has to do with the number of gifts that she wrapped, and the second fact has to deal with the number of minutes it took her to wrap the gifts, or to produce the gifts. I don't want to say wrap because she didn't really wrap the bags, right? So let's deal with the fact that she had 14 gifts. So this is a fast equation. X plus y equals 14, right? The number of gifts that she wrapped. I should put gifts wrapped here for my let statement. And number of bags prepared. Just want to get the verbs right so I don't mess it up. So the number of gifts she wrapped plus the number of bags she prepared is adding up to 14. And this would be a simple equation to graph because it's just y equals negative x plus 14. So I'm going to put my initial point on 14, and I'm going to go down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1, right like that. All right, now let's deal with the second fact they told us, which is it took her 30 minutes to do this. It takes her 3 minutes to wrap X gifts, plus it takes her 1.5 minutes to wrap Y bags, or prepare Y bags. And altogether, she spent 30 minutes on this. So let's solve this equation for y. Let's do minus 3x to both sides. We're going to get 1.5y equals negative 3x plus 30. And then we need to divide everything by 1.5. Let me get my calculator handy here. So we need to do 3 divided by 1.5 is equal to 2. So this is going to be negative 2x. And 30 divided by 1.5 is 20. So y is equal to negative 2x plus 20. That means we're going to start at the 20. And my slope is negative 2. That means down 2 and over 1. And hey, look at that. They intersected right there at 6, 8. So that would mean that she wrapped 6 gifts and prepared 8 gift bags. Let's see if we're right. Bam, we did it. So that's all. Thanks for watching today.